On April 21, 2025, history was made on the streets of Boston. Sharon Lokedi, a Kenyan long-distance runner with an unshakable spirit, shattered expectations and the course record, finishing the Boston Marathon in 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 20 seconds. But how did she get here? What made this race different? And what does this moment mean for the future of marathon running? Let's dive into the story of Sharon Lokedi, the 2025 Boston Marathon champion. Who is Sharon Lokedi and what makes her a standout athlete? Sharon Lokedi is a Kenyan-born long-distance runner who rose to international prominence after winning the 2022 New York City Marathon in her debut appearance. Known for her strong finishing kicks and strategic pacing, Lokedi combines raw talent with intense discipline. What is her background? Lokedi grew up in Kenya, training on rugged terrain and developing her endurance at a young age. She moved to the U.S. for college, where she ran for the University of Kansas and became an NCAA champion. Her rise has been steady, marked by consistent improvement and perseverance. What were the conditions like at the 2025 Boston Marathon? Runners faced cool temperatures, strong headwinds, and a stacked field including former champions and Olympic contenders, making the race as unpredictable as it was competitive. What was Lokedi's final time and why is it significant? Lokedi crossed the finish line in 2 hours 17 minutes and 20 seconds, breaking the previous course record and making it one of the fastest times ever run in Boston by a woman. How does her win contribute to Kenya's legacy in Boston? Kenya has a long and dominant history in the Boston Marathon, but Lokedi's win reinvigorates that narrative, showing a new generation of Kenyan women is ready to carry the torch with even greater dominance. What was Lokedi's race strategy? Lokedi stayed with the lead pack through the early stages, conserving energy. Around mile 20, she began asserting control, capitalizing on her elite endurance and mental toughness. Her perfectly timed surge in the final miles was the defining moment. What were the key moments of the race? The breaking point came on Heartbreak Hill, where Lokedi held strong while others faded. Her final push in the last 2 miles left no doubt she was in it to win. What was her reaction at the finish? Overwhelmed and emotional, Lokedi crossed the line holding her head high and wrapped herself in the Kenyan flag. The crowd erupted. They knew they had just witnessed greatness. Why is Lokedi's victory so important for women in sport? Her performance redefines what's possible for women in marathoning. Lokedi stands as a symbol of power, resilience, and representation, showing young girls around the world that they too can dream big and win. How might her victory influence the future of the sport? Lokedi's run is likely to inspire more global competition, new training innovations, and a rising generation of female runners. Her win could spark new investments in female athletics across Africa and beyond. Can Lokedi become a global icon? Absolutely. With her story, performances, and poise, Lokedi is poised to become not just a marathon legend, but a global ambassador for the sport. What are her future goals? Though she hasn't announced them, expectations are high that she'll aim for the Olympics, future world marathon majors, and possibly more records. Her journey is just getting started. Finally, from the dirt roads of Kenya to the record books of Boston, Sharon Lokedi's journey is one of courage, sacrifice, and unrelenting ambition. Her win is not just a victory, it's a legacy in motion. She hasn't only changed the race, she's redefined what greatness looks like. Sharon Lokedi, Boston champion, history maker, trailblazer. If you were inspired by this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Help us celebrate more incredible athletes making history 1 mile at a time.